But these guys, we don't need them in Smash Brothers. There's lots of great Nintendo characters that can fill out that roster. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Chomp.
Chomp. No.
So I'm Spazo.
And I am that guy. Before it became passe to call someone that guy.
That's right. And this is the 28 House. What up? Justice for Waluigi.
What happened?
Justice for Waluigi.
Absolutely.
Yes. And we are at A-Kon 29 in the year 2018. And I wanted to express another sign like I did at Fan Expo. But I was told that the meme that I used, the Steven Crowder changed my mind meme, was already tired. I shouldn't do it again because I'll look stupid if I do. Because that's what I'm concerned about, looking stupid, wearing a giant sandwich board and a Mets hat when they're on a 7-game losing streak. That's what I'm concerned about. The point is, I changed it up. And I went through a lot of revisions on what sign I was going to put on here. Some of them made it, some of them didn't. Well, this is the one that made it. A lot on the cutting room floor. We had things like Pokemon Lives Matter. That was no good. We had I'm racist against vampires, changed my mind. That's not good. And I am racist against vampires. That's not a lie. None of them are lies. The one that I was going to do, and then totally backed out on, was anime creates unrealistic expectations of women.
And it does.
It truly does. Not just physical, but temperamental.
That's a whole nother debate.
That's a whole other debate. This is what's important right now. 3 days of this recording, Nintendo will be unveiling the new Smash Brothers for the Switch. I didn't even want a new Smash Brothers. The one for the Wii U is perfect. That's not the point. The point is, everyone's like, let's get Bandicoots in there. Crash Bandicoot. Let's get, I don't know, Goku. Why does everyone keep asking for Goku? Why does everyone keep asking for Shrek? The point is, I'm animated about this. So animated. And yet, you'll notice, I couldn't even get our intro started before a whole bunch of people agreed with me. We've got them, we're putting down data this time. I'm also going to remember to do things I didn't do for the last convention. Get an establishing shot. Get crowd shots. Get the whole sign in the shot, which I totally didn't do. Because, let's face it, I don't know what I'm doing. But I'd rather have 35,000 Fire Emblem characters in Smash Brothers than one more guest character. But this is a friendly debate. We're here to interact with others, with fans, with geeks, with dweebs, with weebs.
We're trying to make this survey, this field survey, as representative as possible. It's got to be the biggest possible sample we can get for a statistical accuracy.
And then, of course, we're totally going to not do a concise intro. So, we're gonna get the camera set up. Oh, no, we're gonna just start walking around, and hopefully, the most important thing, we're gonna have fun. I say guest characters in fighting game have gone too far. Keep guest fighters out of Smash Brothers, but you'd like to debate me?
Yes. Yes, I would like to debate you on that subject. Some guest characters are allowed because Nintendo needs all the help it can get.
Oh, that's rough. But you know what? The Switch is the hottest selling console of the last year and a half.
Yes, this is true because there are more naive parents in the world than what there are actual working adults.
Oh man, that's a sick burn for Nintendo. You know what I love about Nintendo though is how they destroyed the entire fan base for Star Wars by pushing loot boxes on their fans.
That's EA. That's EA.
That is EA, that's right. Nintendo didn't do that. So clearly there are some video game companies that maybe might be a little bit more evil than Nintendo. What do you say?
I do concur with that. I do agree.
So what you're saying is Nintendo needs all the help they can get?
Yes. Yes, they do need the help they can get. Yes.
Well, I happen to believe that, yes, Nintendo needs all the help they can get. Everyone should make their own fighting games for the Switch, and Nintendo should leave Smash Brothers to Nintendo.
All right, I see where you're coming from, but we already have crossover stuff already. Say you've got Nintendo Dynasty Warriors style games.
You know what's funny about the Nintendo Dynasty Warriors game is that they didn't put any Dynasty Warriors characters in that game.
Yes, because they know that that fan base right there would be like, nah, don't do that. We don't need to jump in this.
Hashtag Nintendo only.
And I'm a Nintendo fanboy, so this is hurting my heart.
Say go to Sega.
Say go to Sega.
Say go to Sega.
No.
Cloud not allowed.
I'm with him in spirit. So
Hey, we've got a marker here. You can put disagree on here. We're getting data. Man, what you got, man?
So are we live?
Everyone's agreeing.
Are we recording now?
We're recording right now.
Okay, what's going on, guys? It's A-Styles. I was out here and I just saw this billboard and it says, "Keep guest fighters out of Smash Bros." And I'm over here like, what are you talking about? Let me break it down to you. We want Waluigi, I get that. We want Nintendo characters, I get that. But you can't sit here and tell me that you don't want Crash Bandicoot, Spyro, any other Sega, Sony, Microsoft, and I'm looking at you, Sony. If you want to bring them over to Nintendo, you are more than welcome to. I plead you, bring me that IP. Bring it to Nintendo. We're going to take good care of you. Matter of fact, Capcom, I know you're struggling. Come over to Nintendo. We got you. We got you. Come on. What you think?
What do I think? If Sony wants to make a successful fighting game, like, I don't know, PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale.
Okay, we don't talk about that.
They can stick Cloud, Crash Bandicoot, Spyro, and the rest of them in that game. I'm sure it's going to be a hit.
It won't. It won't. Let me tell you why.
So our game failed, so let's start just hopping over to the more successful franchise. Hey, our ship's sinking, and I know we tried to blow your ship up, but can we get a ride? I'm sorry, I don't know. That's a little rough.
And I get what he's saying. I get what he's saying. You know, we're diehard Nintendo fans. We want Nintendo only, but at the end of the day, the more the merrier. We want, in terms of me, again, they got the data. We got agree, disagree, so we'll see what happens. But let me get that marker. I have to go disagree. I want more characters in Smash. The more the merrier.
Here, hold that.
Yeah.
Justice for Waluigi.
But yeah, we do need Waluigi. So Nintendo, if you're paying attention out there, please bring in Waluigi.
Oh, I don't melee anymore.
Exactly. So adding the tally officially, I disagree, but we'll see.
You know what I think Nintendo should do? Rather than hunting down all these other less successful franchises and dumping them in their game, they have got a wide selection of IPs.
They do.
Obscure ones.
They do.
That they can dig out.
I agree.
And you know what? I was playing Battle Clash with my Super Scope the other day.
Oh, wow.
And I will tell you, how about getting, his name is Falcon, in his standing tank. But you know what? How about get a little Battle Clash action
Yo, I'm down with that. I'm down with
into
that.
Smash Brothers. Rather than making money for Square and
Okay,
making money for Sega.
Wait a minute.
Rather than making money for Square and making money for Sega, how about we make money for Nintendo? You know what? Nobody heard of Fire Emblem. And then
Whoa.
it shows up in Smash Brothers, and now all of a sudden it's the third most successful franchise in Nintendo.
Okay, you can't hate on Fire Emblem. Fire
Oh,
Emblem.
it's not hating. That's success. They take a franchise. They take a success. They took a franchise of their own, an obscure one, only from Japan. They put it in Smash Brothers, and now it's their third most successful franchise. They could do that with any of their old IPs. That's making money for yourself, not making money for Square.
I agree with everything he's saying. However, though, here's the difference. Sega, Capcom, they're floundering. They suck. Most of their IPs, they don't have great content. And he brought up a good point. Look what happened to Fire Emblem. They brought it to Nintendo, and boom, #1 hottest game in the market right now. It's on the Switch. It's great. So if we have Crash, if we have Spyro, if we have all these IPs on Sony or Microsoft that they don't get used, Banjo-Kazooie, yo, bring it to Nintendo. We're going to make that IP fire. Anything Nintendo touches is going to be fire. It's going to be like hotcakes, like pancakes.
How are we going to put Ryu in Smash Brothers and then sign an exclusivity deal for Street Fighter V with PlayStation? Are you kidding me?
You're right. Okay, he got me on that one. We need to work on our better partnerships, but I agree. We'll see what happens.
I got the blinking light. Looks like I'm about to die.
All right, then. This is A-Styles. Catch you later. Check me out on YouTube, guys.
You like the guest characters in Smash Brothers Other Fighting Games? By the way, you look great as Kyo.
Yeah, thanks.
I love it. I love it. I'm glad I recognized it.
Yeah, I like the guest characters in Smash Brothers. I don't mind that there's a lot, especially concerning Mega Man and Capcom's fairly recent reputation of them canceling games from like 7 years ago. Mega Man and Smash Brothers was a godsend and a much needed PR move to get Mega Man back in the public eye, because without that, I don't think we would have gotten Mega Man 11. And we'll just see what the game is like whenever it gets released this year in October.
I mean, that's a good point, but what it sounds to me like is that Mega Man, they put him in Street Fighter Cross Tekken as a guest character.
Yeah.
I mean, we all know what that Mega Man looks like. I don't have, maybe I could slide it over on the screen. I don't think I can. But Capcom's got tons of fighting games. Why couldn't they just kept putting Mega Man in that to keep his stock high?
Well, Street Fighter Cross Tekken sucked ass. And am I allowed to say that?
No, you can say that. I'm fine with that. It's fine.
Yep.
So tell me about yourself. Tell me what your deal is.
My deal, darling, can't you tell? I'm Zelda Deadpool.
So
I'm
Zelda
the most
Deadpool.
fabulous thing around here, of course.
Most fabulous thing around?
Most fabulous thing around. Well, until later, of course. But I heard that I'm only your third favorite Deadpool. What the hell's with that?
Third favorite Deadpool mashup. The problem is there's really a lot of Deadpool mashups.
That's true. So if I'm the third, where are the top two?
Well, there was a Deadpool One Punch Man
Okay.
that we saw that was fantastic. And not to be misogynist about it, but there's a Deadpool Link.
Darling, I must find that one. That one I would be excited to meet.
That's
that
right.
would just match with me perfectly. Maybe we'll have a wedding.
Many years ago, I dressed as Nightcrawler, and I was in the bathroom redoing my makeup, and a guy walked up to me and said, "You're my second favorite Nightcrawler I've ever seen." And I appreciated the honesty. I'm like, thanks for saying, you don't have to patronize me. Second favorite's good.
Hey, second favorite's pretty good too. And thirds are pretty good too. Hey, I'm glad to be in anyone's top 10 at this rate.
Absolutely, I agree. You got anything to add? Anything to plug?
Well, I am Z Knight Cosplay. You can come and visit me at my page, and of course, darlings, you're all fabulous.
Fabulous.
What I think is.
Oh my God! It's Slade Wilson.
Okay.